jumping me! They jumping me!
Well, Secret Invasion just ended. And if I had to describe it in one word, I would say it's messy. This show was one that a lot of people were looking forward to because we were told it would be like a spy thriller with the feeling of not knowing who you can trust. And I do feel like that was accomplished in the first couple of episodes. But after that, it just felt kinda disjointed. But in a short summary, if you didn't know, this show is about Nick Fury trying to stop a Skrull invasion of Earth while confronting things about his past. Now, I actually liked that about the show, but the problem, like a lot of these Disney Plus Marvel shows, is the ending. Because seeing Nick Fury lose the control that he once had and go across the planet trying to stop this threat is very interesting, and I do think that Nick Fury is the best part of the show. The problem is everything else. The Skrulls' motivation for taking over the Earth is fine. They're mad that after all this time, Nick Fury still hasn't found them a home after theirs was destroyed. That part is fine. The rest of it, though, is so bland. Their leader, Gravik, plays a confusing part, though. He's a generic villain that wants to let his own people get what he wants, and his goal is just to get humanity to destroy themselves so that the Skrulls can live in what remains. And on top of that, he wants to make the Skrulls stronger by combining them with other alien and Avenger DNA to make themselves into Super Skrulls. Which is just kind of boring, because I think everything involving Fury and Talos is amazing. My favorite scene in the entire show is the argument on the train in episode 2, because it just felt so real, and you can feel both sides of the argument, and I wanted more of that with everyone else. But if Fury wasn't in the room, then we got none of that. Now, the Skrulls replacing everyone was inevitable. We knew it was gonna happen when the show started. And it makes sense who was replaced, like the leaders of the world. The only ones that I think don't make sense is Rhodey and General Ross. Because it's shown later in the show that Rhodey has apparently been a Skrull for years. Most likely after Endgame, because that's what makes the most amount of sense, since Gravik didn't start his plan until after Fury came back from the blip. I know he was in a hospital gown when they found him, but if he was taken after Civil War, that wouldn't make any sense with the timeline this show lays out. I don't care what the director says, it doesn't make sense to me. And General Ross makes even less sense because I thought he was in Wakanda after Okoye saved him in Black Panther 2. Was that real Ross or Skrull Ross? At this point, I got no idea. Lastly, in the final episode, it was just a giant CGI mess with Talos' daughter Gaia versus Gravik. And I guess now Gaia is the most powerful character considering she has every single power we have ever seen. But I don't know why we had to have a big CGI fight in the last 10 minutes. But whatever, because that's how Gravik dies. And then the show just ends with Fury and his wife going on the Saber space station. No post-credit scene, no nothing. And now I'm just confused. I know Fury is supposed to be in the Marvels later this year, and I know that Rhodey is supposed to be in that Armor Wars movie in a couple years, but now I'm just kinda lost on what the plan for these characters are now. In my opinion, Secret Invasion should not have been a show. It should have been a movie. It should have been the next Avengers movie after Endgame, but before Kang Dynasty. But hey, what do I know? I don't know what's next in Kevin Feige's grand master plan.
Secret Morbasion.
But if I'm being honest about these Disney Plus shows, I'm just waiting for Daredevil and Loki Season 2 to come out. If you want to watch a good version of Secret Invasion, watch the Earth's Mightiest Heroes version. Trust me, it's better in every way. By the way, that British lady is one of the best parts of this show, and it makes me actually want to respect the British. But that's about it. If you want to hear more, please subscribe. It means a lot. Later.
There was an idea. I've got an idea!